boxing, a.k.a. Mr. Moonshine himself. Ladies and gentlemen, Deontay Wilder, the bronze bomber, the Olympian, the statue recipient, the former WBC heavyweight champion of the world, the king of American heavyweight boxing, is back. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, one member of his camp, Tay Jones, tweeted the other day that he's definitely going to be back. And I can't wait to see Deontay Wilder back in the ring, ladies and gentlemen. The boxing world needs him. I don't give a damn if you're a fan or not. I don't give a damn if you want to respect his skills or not. Ladies and gentlemen, the human highlight reel. Yo, Deontay Wilder is needed in the sport of boxing. I miss Deontay Wilder. And I know even the haters miss Deontay Wilder, ladies and gentlemen. Look, y'all already know that last fight with Tyson Fury is one of the best heavyweight fights that I've seen of my era. You know what I'm saying? Back and forth roller coaster ride. Dude knocked him down, got back up, so resilient, so hard, determined. The statistical fortitude, the mental fortitude, and then he knocked Tyson Fury down. Then knocked Tyson Fury down again. Then Tyson Fury got back up, and then he knocked out Deontay Wilder. But at the end of the day, as much as all the, you know what I'm saying, the drama that created the trilogy of the Tyson Fury, Deontay Wilder, we left on a good note. Everybody left respecting. You don't got to be a fan, but you came out respecting Deontay Wilder. You came out respecting Tyson Fury. Both of the great, probably the best heavyweights of this era thus far, Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. That's what happened when you see the best fighting the best. At the end of the day, man, one man got to win, the other one got to lose. But at the end of the day, I don't think that Deontay Wilder's stock dropped with that type of performance. Now, what's going to be next? What's going to be next for Deontay Wilder? And the only thing that makes sense to me, well, not the only thing, but these two fights make sense to me. Now, Frank Sánchez, who called out Deontay Wilder, is...
Con Deontay Wilder en la WBC. Me gustaría que se me diera la oportunidad.
In position in the WBC, Deontay Wilder is still number one in the WBC. Frank Sánchez, I believe he's number 4 in the WBC, and the Cuban Olympian sensation, and I think he got a fight in August. But then if they could make Deontay Wilder versus Frank Sánchez, who's trained right now by Joe Goosen, in which Frank Sánchez left Eddie Reynoso and things of that nature. He just said that Eddie Reynoso was too busy with the Canelo camp, and after that he went on vacation, and Frank Sánchez really needed to prepare and needed to train and take it serious and needed to prepare for his upcoming bout in which he was negotiating. I believe he got a fight in August. The opponent, I believe they haven't mentioned it yet. Training with Joe Goosen, but then we could see Deontay Wilder in December, probably in the Barclays Center, hopefully New York City, you feel me? I hope so. Or I see Otto Wallin, who's also dealing with PBC. Both of these guys deal with PBC, so that's a good thing. So I think these are easy fights to make and very competitive, and I think these opponents is actually perfect opponents for Deontay Wilder's comeback. Now, let's go with Otto Wallin when he was fighting Tyson Fury. Ladies and gentlemen, a lot of people felt that if they would have stopped it because of the cuts, Otto Wallin could have beaten Tyson Fury off the cuts. You know what I'm saying? I think there was politics a little bit in that fight that let Tyson Fury continue on. I think that 90% of any other fight would have stopped that, or any other doctor would have stopped that. But of course, there was a lot of money on the line for a rematch with the Tyson Fury or Anthony Joshua fight and things of that nature. So there was a lot of money involved in that fight, a lot of investments involved in that fight, so they wouldn't stop that fight. But Otto Wallin made a good account for himself and made a name off himself, the Swedish heavyweight contender. I think that's a great fight. Otto Wallin, Deontay Wilder, probably in December, November. Or you got Frank Sánchez, who could be fighting in August, but I think he can prepare himself to get back in the ring in December. So I think these are perfect fights. They're in position to get these type of fights with Deontay Wilder, as Deontay Wilder is still the number 1 contender in the WBC. I believe Malik Scott has done a wonderful job with Deontay Wilder. You can see the chemistry. You saw that he made the proper adjustments. The only thing that actually, you know what I'm saying, that killed Deontay Wilder also in that ring was the stamina. But the game plan was all there, in my opinion. The game plan, how he came out jabbing, going to the body, jabbing the solo plex, stopping the movement of Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury had to become a fighter. He had to use his weight. He had to use another strategy to go at Deontay Wilder. He couldn't flow like a butterfly, sting like a bee, because Deontay Wilder was doing a good job in jabbing the body and already attacking. If you already saw the first 2 rounds, you already saw red marks all over the body of Tyson Fury, I believe in the left side, because of the good stiff jab that he was landing. Deontay Wilder started off strong, but one thing about Deontay Wilder, I've been a fan, I've been following Deontay Wilder since the Olympics, is that I don't think that he needs to bulk up. I think Deontay Wilder needs to be the best, the best him. I understand why he needed to bulk up to fight the guy that's like 270 pounds and things of that nature. But Deontay Wilder needs to be more agile. He can't put so much weight and so much muscle, especially at his age. I think that Deontay Wilder been doing great and knocking out and knocking down people thus far, and he never really had a trouble with stamina. One thing about Deontay Wilder that we do know is that he got punch resistance. So it really doesn't have to do with the muscle too much. I'm just saying, but he gained too much muscle in a small period of time for his body to get used to that. So if Deontay Wilder goes back probably to 220 pounds, I believe that's healthy for him. He's a naturally he's a natural slim dude for his height, but I'd rather Deontay Wilder be the most comfortable self and let the opponent adjust to you instead of you trying to adjust to them, because they're going to come heavier and things of that nature. Now, Frank Sánchez, who's not a real knockout artist, I believe that probably that's a safer fight. You understand? Deontay Wilder could lose his range, leverage, and things of that nature. And Frank Sánchez probably got better boxing skills than Otto Wallin. Otto Wallin also got a decent boxing skill set, but both of these guys is there to be hit. Deontay Wilder is also there to be hit, but I believe that Deontay Wilder could establish that jab, that stiff jab, and of course the dynamic right hand, probably the best right hand that we ever seen, the most powerful right hand that we've seen in the sport of boxing, in the history of the sport of boxing. Deontay Wilder is a future Hall of Famer. I believe that the boxing sports need Deontay Wilder. He doesn't really have to fight. He made good money. Shout out to Deontay Wilder, because we understand that he came to the boxing industry not to be Muhammad Ali, not to be Mike Tyson, George Foreman, Joe Frazier, Joe Louis. He came to the boxing, and he came to boxing to save his daughter and to take care of his daughter. And for every father, every man, or every real man, every real father understands the sacrifice that Deontay Wilder made. Deontay Wilder already accomplished more than he ever probably dreamed of, because he just came to boxing to take care of his daughter, in which he did a wonderful job, and God bless to Deontay Wilder and his family. Deontay Wilder is an American boxing treasure, in my opinion. And I think that, you know what I'm saying, especially the American public, is to really appreciate Deontay Wilder, because look who's the next? Jared Anderson. Hopefully he's the next American champion, but there's going to be a very cloud in American heavyweight boxing. And Deontay Wilder, I believe, is more important than what people want to let out to be. I think he's special. I think Deontay Wilder is needed. And I can't wait to see Deontay Wilder getting back in the ring versus Frank Sánchez or Otto Wallin. Either or, I think, is a wonderful matchup, a wonderful comeback fight. And I think a good fight overall, a good competitive fight. Ladies and gentlemen, y'all already know, subscribe to the channel, smash the like button. God bless each and every one of y'all. Love y'all. God bless, and on to the next.